I gave people all the stuff they really needed. Social Security checks, utility bills, TV guide.
I want a TV guidance counselor. TV guidance counselor. Staying up to watch all night, and everything's gonna be alright with my TV guidance counselor.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the final final guest episode of the year of TV Guidance Counselor. I am Ken Reed, your TV Guidance Counselor. Next week, of course, our year in review, the annual tradition, where I go solo through the year, and I'm going to answer some of your questions. As I said, I got some good questions so far. A lot of them I had planned to answer already in the body of the episode, but some that I hadn't even thought of. So that'll be very fun. Get questions in. I'll probably be recording that episode this weekend after Christmas. So there you go. Send that in. But our final guest of the year is Douglas Widick. He's incredibly funny. Douglas has been in I want to say the band, but it's an improv group, North Coast. And he has his own studio, Sweet Tea Studios. Very funny guy, super smart guy. Really loved talking to him. And we talk Christmas. We look at an issue here with a great article about Christmas episodes. And so not quite a full-blown Christmas episode. Although I guess it is. A lot of Christmas talk here. So hopefully you will get some ideas of some stuff to watch if you are feeling Christmassy, if that is something you celebrate or not. I hope you guys have a good week. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode of TV Guidance Counselor with my guest, Douglas Widick.
TV is my friend, and it has been always there for me in time of need.
Live from a very fancy studio in New York, Douglas, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's so fun to be on your podcast today.
Thank you so much for doing it. I'm glad to have you. This was very interesting because you picked two different issues. We're going to go with one.
Yes.
But you wanted two choices here, and they were radically different.
You know what's funny? I don't remember what I was thinking on the 2000-something one.
Yeah.
I'll have to double check what I said. Remind me.
So it's 2009. It's March, February 16th to March 1st, 2009. Interestingly, it does have an interesting article. So here's some deep cut TV Guide lore that's somewhat boring. But in 2004, TV Guide as we know it, with the 99 issue and the classic thing, kind of went away. And it became like a large format, basically like a rip-off Entertainment Weekly. It's just press releases. There's no real articles because who needs... There's still TV listings in it. I don't know why. And it's still published. And it's just not the same thing. But occasionally, they would have some very interesting, well-written articles, usually around tech. So around television technology. And this issue happens to be like one of the standout ones for that because it's the future of TV. Welcome to NewTube. So it's kind of about how YouTube, and it talks about the Lonely Island, and Andy Samberg's on the cover. So it almost predicts its own demise.
That's fucking crazy.
Which is very interesting because it's insightful. Like they would be very good at predictive technology stuff.
Yeah.
And cultural study stuff too. Like I'll read issues from 92 and there's whole articles about how the way presidential runs are being covered is going to lead to cult of personality and be more like sporting events, and we need to be careful. And I'm like, oh, they told you.
It was in the tea leaves.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I imagine you picked it for the YouTube aspect.
Yes, I did. Well, and the fact that now YouTube is, completely put TV to death. And it's that I saw that and I said, oh, that feels like something prescient to talk about.
Yeah. And I even as like a hardcore nostalgia TV guy, I don't mind it. I actually I pay for YouTube Premium, not the cable thing that's like $80 a month. I don't know who does that, but like the no commercials. Do they really?
Yeah. Well, because it used to be Jeopardy was the big thing that you couldn't get. Now they have it on Hulu. And now the other thing that it's hard to get is really timely sports.
Okay.
So US Open, things like that.
Where'd you grow up?
Boca Raton, Florida.
Oh, okay, so are they like
Yeah.
big Florida team people?
Yeah, they love their sports. My mom and dad love, just like they grew up watching football, going to football games, so that's like a thing for them.
Because a lot of people forget Florida is the South.
Yeah.
Somehow people miss that. I don't know.
It is the South, especially middle of Florida
Yeah.
and northern Florida are southern Georgia.
Yep.
Whereas you have like these really fun liberal enclaves in like Sarasota and Palm Beach County. I know Trump is there, but Palm Beach County has one of the best liberal public school systems in the country, fully well funded and just like, tons of arts. Tons of arts.
Yeah, I mostly only know Boca Raton from watching Burn Notice, which takes place in Miami, and constantly they're like, "Oh no, he's up in Boca." So that's how I know it's above Miami.
It's technically a suburb. People do consider it a suburb. There are people who commute from Boca.
It's up in Boca.
Yeah.
Mom's up in Boca.
Yeah, ma.
But so, I mean, I watch a ton of YouTube, and as also someone who was very into cable access as a teenager,
Yeah.
it's sort of the beautiful dream of that realized. And I watch travel shows and food shows that are produced just as good, if not better, as anything I watched on Travel Channel or Food Network 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That, one person's doing in their house.
Yeah. It's crazy the volume of production that people are able to do with maybe 1/100th of the cost or a 10th of the cost, and I don't know what it means. What does it all mean? It's efficiency, right? It's like the tools got better and less people were needed. Do I think we need to do what the unions do, where they're like, well, there has to be this many people on a given thing? I don't know. It feels bigger than me. It feels like governments need to talk about all this stuff.
Yeah, the plus and minus of it for me is like my DIY punk rock teenage kid soul is like awesome. Like we've seized the means of production here,
Yeah.
for like a very minimal investment of like $100 for a decent mic, and you can be in the same virtual shelf as $1 million studio stuff.
Yep.
But at the same time, there's a value to gatekeepers and an entry point where, and I think of this more like I'm a big horror movie guy, and I think of all the terrible streaming horror movies that there are now. And part of it is you kind of needed to get to a certain skill level before somebody would finance you, and we shouldn't see your practice.
Yes, that is so true. That, the Instagram of it all makes people feel like they have to put everything they make out, even when it's not ready. And yes, somebody said that Instagram has become a giant open mic.
Yeah.
I've heard that. And I'm like, yeah, there's truth to that. That's pretty valid, even though it's a little tough to hear.
Yeah.
And I that's why I don't post as much as I should, because I refuse to put out garbage.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm
Yeah.
like, if I'm inspired to do a video that I think is funny, I will, but maybe I'll do 3 in a month, and then I won't do one for like 6 months. It's like,
yeah.
It's kind of where you're at. But the interesting thing here is I forgot that at this time, Hulu started, I think, in 2008, and NBC thought the moneymaker on Hulu was going to be people watching 1 to 3 minute long clips of their shows. So they kind of got a little bit of what TikTok and stuff would become, but couldn't have been more wrong about long form television. They were like, nobody wants to stream half hour long. Like, they did not foresee binging. They did not foresee 3 hour long podcast. Like, that seemed completely crazy. And the angle here is kind of that. Like, Lonely Island, they're doing these, 1 to 2 minute quick little things, and that's what the internet's for.
Okay, yeah. Because when it first started, the networks weren't scared of it, really. They thought, oh, it's the second screen and it's only going to be short. They didn't foresee Rogan or any of these long form things that would eventually start, the Mr. Beast of it all, and the fact that people's full attention might ever go to those. So you're saying the article was prescient in some ways, but naive in others?
Yeah, it got so much wrong and then was right by accident on a lot of stuff. But like, you may or may not have heard the South Park guys story, where essentially Paramount said, you guys want the whole episodes to show on the internet exclusively? And they're like, yeah, can we buy that? And they're like, yeah, take it. Because they were like, the only value South Park has on the internet is like people want like a minute little clips they can send each other.
Yeah.
They're not going to want the episodes. So they got the exclusive streaming rights to all South Park
remember
intellectual
this.
property. And they
Yeah.
weren't seeing a piece of any of the merchandising or anything. And it literally is worth billions of dollars.
So that's how they became billionaires.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Because I was always curious why their deals were worth so much. Because the TV couldn't have been worth that much. But they made some good deals during the Ken days. Ken Troith? I forget his last name at Comedy Central. There was
yes,
a head. There was a Ken, and they made some good deals then, but I never understood how they got from here to like cataclysmic levels of wealth.
It was streaming.
Yeah.
So even before YouTube, they built their own sort of South Park site to stream the
remember.
stuff. And as part of it, they were like, we own the rights, exclusive rights to streaming. And the
Yeah.
networks were like, cool, take all the money you want from that thing that's never going to make any money. So they were able to sell the back catalog and make all these deals. Plus, I mean, Book of Mormon, they made a good amount of money too. But
Sure.
that deal they signed last year was literally worth, I think, $4 billion.
So was it a license where it was like, we can use your streaming?
It was two. So they managed to break their assets up into two things: the back catalog and future episodes. So they've actually sold them to different people.
Wow.
Which is nuts. But they were like,
A cartoon where a little chubby kid is saying horrible words is worth $4 billion?
Yes.
I kind of love that. I'm not going to lie.
It's awesome.
It feels, there's optimism in that for me.
yeah. And it also
Yeah.
means, they're like, and I won't get to like current state, but that's why they're like one of the only comedic voices that's being like really brutally honest about the current presidency, because their whole existence is fuck you money.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you gonna do?
Oh my God. And they could fight. They're probably richer than Trump.
They are.
could probably
Easily.
fight Trump. If anyone could finally bury Trump in legal fees, it's the South Park guys.
Of course, and not even feel it. Like, and I'm like, and those guys earned it. Like, I feel like they legitimately earned it. Unlike most billionaires, like, they from nothing built an empire.
For sure, yeah. From their trauma days till now, it's not like they were that exploitative ever.
Never.
I mean, yeah, there are definitely some concerns around Book of Mormon that I've heard, that it's like not clear enough that it's the way the Mormons are seeing the Africans.
Yeah.
If that was a concern to have, but yeah, there was like some stuff in Team America, but in terms of like labor, like the pure labor of it all, they have really been iconic. And my dream was to was to go intern there and then work there, because they were my favorite comedy institution coming up.
Have you seen the documentary about Casa Bonita?
No.
Oh my God. Do you know what Casa Bonita is?
Oh yeah. Casa Bonita. Yeah.
So Casa Bonita closed during COVID for good.
Right.
And so Trey and Matt bought it. And they refurbished it. And it's this documentary that's, very good, because they're like, oh my God, this thing is like a death trap and it costs way more money than they thought to redo it. But Trey especially, because Matt's kind of the money guy.
Yeah.
Trey basically takes breaks down Casa Bonita completely and rebuilds it, treating it like a TV show and a Broadway show. So he's rewriting all the little animatronics. He's rewriting these things.
I need to go.
It's so good. Oh, it's like,
Have you been?
I went before they took it over. There's like a 2-year waiting list. And this thing was out of business.
I'm shook right now. You are fully educating me.
It's amazing. And it's such a good documentary because it's cool and uplifting. And Trey Parker's like, I don't care if this loses money. I just want this to be there for like my kids to go to or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is what billionaires should do. But
that is what they should do.
Also seeing him take this very seriously as like a creative comedic project to make sure all the entertainment there is like up to his standard.
I mean, that's so cool. I could wax poetic about Trey Parker. When I saw Book of Mormon and I saw the level of musical theater respect and knowledge that went into that it wasn't just a bunch of goofs and gags. It was like, yeah, I mean, and there will be people that will sweep their impact under the rug, and I'm always like, nope, they were the best and are the best.
Yeah, I mean, you can not like the tone of some of their stuff or whatever, but they've always been consistent.
Yeah, that's
They've
true.
never backpedaled. And
Yeah.
I understand where they're coming from in that. Like Trey Parker made a very good point years ago, and he was like, we make fun of everyone, which every asshole says, but
Yeah.
he means it. And he's like, because when you start picking and choosing people, now you're a racist and a bigot because you think it's okay for this thing, but not this thing. So he's
That's
like,
pretty true, and that's close to the Richard Pryor rules,
Yeah.
which is it bet you can make fun of anyone or anything, but it better be funny.
yes, you need a high level. I always
Yeah.
liken it to like handling nuclear materials. Like,
Yeah.
there's a huge, bang you could get out of it, but you need to have a skill level to handle that kind of stuff.
For sure. So it's Aristotle poetics rules are you have to punch up, right?
Yeah.
And that's like the hot thing right now is like we only punch up. But it's like if you're gonna it's like how do you punch down without being a bully? And you have to only do it when like hypocrisy is involved. And that's what requires that extra intellectual level that bad stand-ups or bad sketches won't catch.
Yeah.
They won't catch that, oh no, we're exposing hypocrisy or we're exposing a bigotry or something like that.
Like the prime example to me is Not to Shit Out in Living Color, because I think it
Okay.
was a pretty innovative shit,
I've only
important
seen
show.
clips. Yeah.
It's pretty lazy, and
Yeah.
but they had a sketch called Handyman, which ended up becoming the
boy.
movie Blank Man. But the
okay.
the whole sketch was that this superhero was handicapped, was mentally challenged, handicapped, and
Boy.
not a good premise. But I
No.
could see
It's
someone,
like Pat.
yeah,
It's the
being
same
like,
level as Pat.
we underestimate him. It's about how people react to him and therefore,
Yeah.
but it's not that. It's literally just laugh at the handicapped guy who thinks he's a superhero. And I'm like, how did this air for so many? This is awful.
The grand tradition of that back then too, though,
Yeah.
where the butt of the joke was this person is, whatever,
Yeah.
gay or
Yeah.
trans or handicapped. Now that's punching down, right? But when South Park does it, why does it work? I don't know. It's like because there's plenty of handicapped jokes on the show.
Yeah, it always seems. I don't know how to exactly explain this, but a friend of mine made this great comment once where he used to work at a school for like mentally challenged kids.
Okay.
And he was telling a story about one of these kids, and he's like, and the kid's a fucking asshole. And someone was like,
That's
"Oh my
great.
God, you can't!" Say. And he goes, why would I rob this person of their humanity because they have a disability? Like, he can be an asshole. Like, that's like
that's good.
And that's
Yeah.
how I kind of see the thing they do, in that they're just kind of making fun of people who are prime targets for other reasons as well.
Yeah, that's cool. That's super cool. I think that is the right. It's like they're still a full human being.
Yeah.
Don't handle them with kid gloves.
Yeah.
because they're
They're not incapable of being a bad person because they
Yeah,
have a
for
disability
sure.
or something.
For sure.
It
We
goes
laugh
both
at my
ways.
autistic niece all the time, but it's never because she's autistic.
Right.
It's
Right.
for something else.
Yeah, you would laugh at your niece for kids do weird stuff or funny. Like there's a
Yeah.
million reasons.
Yeah,
but I think
yeah,
people tend to all or nothing stuff sometimes, and it's a hard balance.
sure.
I think
It is a hard
You have to be
balance,
really
yeah.
talented to be able to do it. And they don't always succeed, but I think more often than not they do.
Right. Yeah, I don't think people should be canceled for taking swings, but now we do the thing where someone takes a swing and then it becomes a part of their permanent ledger.
Yeah, because they got
Yeah.
nothing else. Some of those people, like
Yeah.
they make that their identity now. It's
Yeah, I mean that's that's its own brand of exhausting.
and I swear
Yeah.
we'll get into the guide in a moment because I could talk about this
Yeah.
stuff all day. But like the thing, if people at home are playing TV Guidance Counselor Bingo, I'm gonna mention Stephen King's Dance Macabre. But Dance Macabre by Stephen King is a nonfiction book he wrote about horror fiction in 1979.
Okay.
And I recommend it to every single person who wants to write comedy because it somehow manages to illustrate comedy structure better than any other comedy thing I've ever read. And the two things that are the biggest lessons is he brings up the clown at midnight theory, which is context. So he's like, a clown at the circus is funny, but on your lawn at midnight now it's scary. That's like one big thing.
Whoa.
And I'm like, but the inverse is true. So like a monster on your front lawn at midnight is scary, but a monster in the middle of a circus is funny. Like it's the same premise, because the horror and comedy are like sisters, right?
Oh, that's interesting. It's like juxtaposition is what creates the tension. Now, what the difference between horror juxtaposition and comedy juxtaposition has to do with what does he get into that?
He does. So that's the other piece where shock humor, so like going up on stage and be like, "It's fucking Anne Frank," or what, whatever.
Right.
Is the exact same thing as throwing a cat at someone in a horror movie.
Okay.
You will get a reaction, but now the audience doesn't trust you, and they're a little bit mad at you for getting that sort of cheap reaction. So you've done some damage to your credibility for telling stories then.
Okay.
And so with both horror and comedy, the stuff that really lasts and sticks with people, the comedy and the horror, how you feel for the person, comes out of the character. So you need it out of the character. You need to care about the character, and then it makes everything that happens to them funnier, or everything that happens to them scarier or more impactful. And I'm like, he illustrates this in this book in the most easy to read, like clear way.
So cool.
It's great.
I've never even heard of that one. I've heard of his other stuff, but I haven't heard of that book.
On Writing is pretty good, but it's later.
That's the one I've heard
But
about.
this one, everyone sleeps on. He taught a class in horror fiction at the University of Maine, and he took his class notes and wrote a book, and it's awesome.
I love it.
And it's fun too, because he's like, I remember, there's like stuff about growing up and what he watched. It's just like a very cool, quick read, and I love it.
I love it.
But anyway, speaking of reads, so
Speaking of reads, what have I got here?
the deep dive you did was November 27th to December 4th, 1999. This is the holiday guide with Rosie O'Donnell on the cover.
Rosie O'Donnell.
She's going, "Hey, I'm blowing snow at you." Boom.
We got Regis Philbin on the show.
Yeah, we got him on the show. It's a koosh ball. These are tiny koosh balls. So they claim to have the 10 best Christmas specials ever, which you and I will discuss and see if we agree. There's also a very, I would say, 1991 Vogue looking ad for Virginia Slims.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's like boom, boom, strike a pose,
yes.
strike a match, light your smoke. Yeah, it's like
who are they going
very
for?
glamorous. I mean, I have to say it's definitely one of the less conventional cigarette ads. It's usually a man in a cowboy hat. This is very like, you live on the Lower East Side, don't you?
Yeah.
Would you like a smoke?
If Grace Jones smoked, this is what the album cover would look like.
Couldn't put it better.
But I'm like, this is very 91. This is like cutting edge 91 in 1999.
So funny. Yes.
Very weird. Then we get into it here. There's a show I forgot about that we can mention very briefly and move on for obvious reasons. The Nickelodeon show premiering that night, Little Bill, a new show created by Bill Cosby. I don't want anything called Little Bill.
No, I don't want any. Yeah. Little Bill, and just like, I don't even have words for it.
Yeah.
You know what my thought was when I saw this? The man was everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could not watch TV in a week and not see something he had produced or created.
100%. He was doing Kids Say the Darndest Things at this time, the Cosby Mystery, like everywhere. And everywhere for 3 decades.
Yes. Yeah. And I still know people who are like, I still don't know what to do about it, because they were they listened to so much of it, and they try to listen to the old albums without, thinking about who he was. And I don't think I can.
No, I can't either. And his style was very influential in my stand-up in just the presentation of it, which I can still recognize but not enjoy anymore.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I've enjoyed as much of that as I will.
For sure. Yeah. It can be formative without having to be there still.
Then we have a mention, because he's been on the show several times, a cool little piece about Billy West doing Ren and Stimpy and Futurama. He's the best, one of the most talented people I've ever met in my life. He's one of those old school voiceover guys that can do 3 characters at once without having to overdub, and it doesn't sound remotely wrong.
Oh, so cool.
Very strange. Then there's the short-lived thing TV Guide tried to do in 99, which was they tried to write humor pieces, which they should not have done.
Where's that? Is that
so that's on page 5 of the...
Okay.
Where they have
7 reasons television is better than sex.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful.
This is really bad.
Really bad. The only one that I thought was kind of funny, because it's like sort of weird, is no commercials.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Because it made me think of what it would be like with commercials, which is funny.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like some weird, like if the Man Show wasn't funny almost.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's real bad.
Can be enjoyed during a blackout.
Then there's a thing, I totally forgot about this, but Michael J. Nelson from Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Okay.
He's writing articles in TV Guide. And there's a fantastic article in here called My Dinner with Jesse, which is about a night out to dinner he went with Jesse Ventura.
Oh.
And it's really funny and weird.
That's fun. This looks like the type of thing that could be in the New Yorker tomorrow.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's well written and fun and a cool premise and is just great.
Yeah.
But then Cheers and Cheers, we'll go into that later. We got Rosie's Christmas thing and some of the Christmas episodes. Some of these are great. I try to watch as many Christmas episodes every year as I can. I've made spreadsheets.
That's awesome. Any standouts for you? Any absolute slappers?
Yeah, there's a few like underrated gems. Newhart has 2 really great Christmas episodes that don't get talked about enough. There's also a phenomenon where a bunch of Christmas episodes fall into either retelling a Christmas Carol or It's a Wonderful Life, which are the If You Were Never Born thing. So many shows, even shows that are usually pretty grounded in reality, all do that episode. So it's really weird to see those because they're so atypical of the show itself.
Yeah.
So they go big. But there's a show called The Famous Teddy Z with John Cryer from 1990. It won an Emmy. And it has Alex Rocco in it. And it was a fascinating show for a number of reasons because it was a Trojan horse show where these guys wanted to make a show about old men who are agents in Hollywood, which no one would ever greenlight. So they pitched it as a show where John Cryer works in the mailroom of this talent agency and becomes the head of the agency because one of the actors likes him. So they greenlit that show. And then by about episode 3, Cryer's not in it so much. And it's mostly about all the old guys that work at the building, which is fantastic. But there's a take on Christmas Carol that I love. I watch every year. I love that one.
That's awesome.
How about you?
Oh my gosh. Once I go back, I'm super basic on my Christmas stuff. I mean, like Muppet Christmas, all the classics. In terms of TV episodes, I don't have a list.
Oh, there's the great
I
ones.
need a list.
I'll share
I'm going to follow up with you.
Yeah, I'll give you the Excel.
Yeah.
Because you can watch everything now so easily.
Yeah.
So there are 10 best holiday classics. There's not a lot of or any real surprises on here. Nothing too controversial. They do have Grinch Stole Christmas is number 1 and Charlie Brown number 2. I could go either way with those. I could flip them. Rudolph I love. Mm-hmm. Always fun.
Rudolph, for some reason, like the beginning of it always feels hot to me, and then it's just like one of those things you fall asleep in your pajamas while watching.
It feels a little long, and there's also this crazy history. They've replaced songs. There's scenes that were added 10 years later, 20 years later. It gets very complicated and strange.
Yeah. Anything with Burl Ives involved, though, I'm in. I watched some Burl Ives clips the other day. Dude is the ultimate uncle. No one more avuncular than Burl Ives.
Have you ever seen any of the westerns where he played the villain?
No,
he's
I have
fucking
not seen.
Terrifying.
You are encyclopedia, dude. I love it.
It's not helpful. He's terrifying. Like he plays such a good bastard. Like this sick, amoral, there's 3 or 4 westerns he's in where he's the villain, and he is so good.
That's awesome.
For all the reasons that he is so uncle. He's also a great villain. I
love that.
Also, here's 2 Christmas things that I recommend.
Okay.
Dolly Parton's Down Home Christmas from 1990 is her at Dollywood with her whole family, and it's bizarre and funny and weird. Mm-hmm. And she also had a variety show in 1987 called Dolly. That's great. It's a great show.
There's so many things I haven't heard of. This is amazing.
And they're all on YouTube now. They did a Christmas episode with Burl Ives. And it's a variety show co-hosted by Dolly and Burl Ives singing together and all this stuff from 87. And it's really fun. It's really fun.
That's so fun.
It's great.
I love it. I love it. Jumping out
yes.
here is Emerald Kicks Up the Holidays,
Yeah.
which feels timely because his son just got a 3-star review in the New York Times for reviving his New Orleans restaurant.
Really? Oh, that must have been
Yeah.
a lot of pressure. Could you imagine?
A huge amount of pressure. Yeah, I mean, there's a Hulu show in there, like the Bear style Hulu show.
Yeah.
But my wife went to Emerald's in New Orleans, said she was expecting like a kitschy vibe, said it was top tier elite restaurant.
Okay, so it wasn't like
Yeah.
like a fun celebrity, like a Bobby Flay. It wasn't like Wahlburgers.
No, right? Yeah, it's not like where it's like, bam, all right, here you go, here's your fucking shrimp.
Yeah.
No, it was like absolutely top tier. And I like that for Emerald because
Yeah.
like we need some heroes in the food world that aren't just cashing in checks.
Yeah.
And I heard Bobby Flay's restaurants are pretty good. But yeah, we need some heroes.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love that. And there's the Winnie the Pooh Christmas, which I've never seen, and I
would love to watch.
I'm curious,
that.
but I don't think it's number 4. Without even
Okay.
seeing it, I'll tell you it's not number 4.
Yeah. We're looking at the holiday viewing guide, right?
Yeah. The
Okay,
10
okay.
best on page 21.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at
It's all right. And then the Rugrats Hanukkah special, which is very good and is easily the best Hanukkah special. But number 6 here is one that people slept on for too long. And I feel like recently, the last couple of years, people have been come around to it. And it's the Muppet Family Christmas.
Oh, I've seen it.
It's so good.
Don't slip on the icy patch.
Yes.
This was canon for us.
This is
my
small talk where I'm from.
introduction to the Fraggles. It's okay. So people don't know this one, but my family watched. So this was canon for you too.
Every year. Still, I watch it every year.
I'm so happy right now that you know it too. Most people I speak to have no idea. They only know Muppet Christmas Carol.
They're like, Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
I'm like, no. I'm talking
Yeah.
about not having Henson around. He's in it. This is Henson. You got Jerry Jewell writing. You got
Yeah.
the Fraggles, the Muppet Babies, Sesame Street. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's
I want to watch
genuinely
it
funny.
right now. Today's the first cold day.
Yeah.
I want to watch it.
Also, as a Muppets fan, see what you think of this controversial statement.
Oh boy.
The best Muppet movie? Follow That Bird.
Haven't seen it.
Oh, you must. You have to see it.
Follow that.
1985. It's Henson. It's so sad and dark.
Yeah.
And it has the entire cast of SCTV in it.
John Candy's in it?
Candy is in it, I believe. Yes. It's so good. And I don't know why people don't hold it up with all the other Muppet movies. It's certainly better than Great Muppet Caper. And it's so good. And Big Bird gets kidnapped and put into a sideshow, and like Waylon Jennings is in it. Like, it's nuts. Wow. Yeah, you got to follow that bird.
That's so cool. I love when they go dark. I love there was a video I started the other day about how they were able to get them to walk without puppeteers, and the level, I think there was like a level of obsession and craftsmanship done with the Muppets that we might never see again.
Have you been to the Museum of the Moving Image in Queens?
No.
There's a Muppets exhibit there. And it
Is that in the same building where they used to have the Henson studio?
no, it's next to the
Okay.
building that used to be the studio where they shot a bunch of the soaps.
Okay,
it's in
that
Astoria.
actually might be. I just got a car finally in New York, so my world just opened, and I'm strongly considering doing that.
It's so
The
worth it.
moving
They
image.
have, first of all, I walked in, saw Rolf immediately and cried. But they have like all the costumes from Labyrinth and all the puppets and all this stuff. But the most incredible thing to me was they have a bunch of cases of Henson's notes. So like they have his notes for Labyrinth, and he's got all these alternate titles crossed out with little notes around them. And I think it's in Muppets Take Manhattan, the wedding scene at the end with all the puppets.
Yeah.
There's a maquette cardboard mock-up of the set of how they'll do it. So what's underneath and where they'll hide the
Yeah.
puppeteers. So they built this to like envision how they'll make the actual set, and they have it. It's great. There's also like stuff from
shit.
Blade Runner there. It's really cool.
I mean, Muppets and Beatles. Like, I don't know where you're at with Beatles, but like in terms of cultural canon, yeah.
All came out of that 60s, I call them fuck you hippies, who were like angry hippies who were like, you're fucking it all up.
Oh my God. You're really taking me on a ride,
Sorry,
dude.
yeah, that's what we do.
No, this
here.
is
Yeah,
good.
people leave
Do you
with-
enjoy that? Do you enjoy doing this to people?
I do. I love recommending things to people that I know they'll love that they've never heard of or seen, because in a way I get to vicariously like experience it again, or knowing that they'll watch it and like it.
I've never been more certain that I'm re-listening to an episode I was on or something. Because like my wife will be like, "Oh, did you listen to that thing you were on?" I'm like, "No, I was there."
Why would I do that?
Yeah. But this, I'm like, I have to take notes. I'm gonna do a transcript and circle things.
And I'll need follow up. I'm like, once you watch the things, I gotta hear what you thought. Better, good,
I
or
will
bad.
hit you up.
So yeah, they have the specials in there. They're missing one that I feel is somewhat egregious. They're missing Pee-wee's Playhouse Christmas Special, which should be in a top
that is
10.
egregious.
Like, no question, is fantastic. And I also watch that every year.
Yeah,
It's just
that
awesome.
is. Those are both from this year. You're saying?
Yeah. from
Okay.
this
Yeah.
time. So let's dive in here. Saturday night.
Okay.
What jumped out at you?
For Saturday prime time, from 8 to 10 was the rule, right?
Yep.
I circled Air Bud because dog stuff makes me cry.
Same.
And I feel like I could get some stuff out. I could get some gunk out. Good. Then I'm gonna at 9 o'clock. I'm switching to Good Eats because I'm a Food Network lover. Extreme Cuisine because I've never seen that show. And then ending the night with South Park.
Yeah, that's a damn good night. I love Good Eats so much, and I feel like Alton Brown is the ultimate, like, even watching Good Eats, you're like, he's obviously an asshole.
Yeah.
But you don't mind. So, like,
You don't
whenever
mind.
I hear anything, I'm like, yeah, it's Alton Brown, though. Like, his show's great.
He's very likable. He's very smart,
Yeah.
but you can tell he's probably like a jerk about his hotel
Of course.
reservations.
Yeah. Like Mr. Wizard. Like, you're like, Mr. Wizard hates kids and he's an asshole, but I love the show.
yeah, exactly.
And he knows it's that Hitchcock thing of an audience will like anyone good at their job. And he's so good at his job.
So competency is likability. Oh, I have never thought about that, but that's very true.
Yeah.
In an improv, they make you be competent at what you do, and like don't be bad at things out the gate.
And they'll like you and trust that they'll overlook everything else, which is, Hitchcock said it in the context of how like a hitman or like a spy or a murderer can be a character in a movie people like.
Oh yeah,
Because they're really good at it.
If you watch Black Rabbit,
No, I haven't seen it.
on Netflix, it's about the Spotted Pig, loosely based on the Spotted Pig in New York, a restaurant that had major crime problem. And it's Jude Law and Jason Bateman,
Nice.
total douchebags, but they are so freaking likable. And that's why it's not as simple as just ambiguity of their behavior. They are competent.
Yeah.
And I've been reckoning with this. So you just unlocked something for me.
It's true. It's like, make them good at something and it's like a weird respect.
Yeah.
But yeah, damn good night. I've never seen any of the Air Bud movies.
If you want to see a golden retriever do a slam dunk, then you need
Is there bad CG? I assume there is later.
Oh,
okay,
terrible.
yeah, I would think so.
Oh yeah, but there's just it's oh god, what is it? It's like a hot Swiss Miss hot cocoa level good vibes feeling of watching that, and I haven't watched it in probably 20 years.
And there's like 40 Air Bud or whatever Bud
So
movies now.
many. Yeah. I just feel like if I'm strapping in for a must-see TV, Air Bud's a part of that.
Have you seen Babe, Pig in the City?
Yeah, a long time ago, but yeah.
That is the same kind of thing. Because it's George Miller who did Road Warrior and all the Mad
Okay.
Max movies. He wrote and directed.
Oh my god.
Wrote and directed Babe, Pig in the City, and it feels of a piece
Yeah.
with the Mad Max movies.
Yeah.
Because the whole point is the world doesn't care about you. But
Sure.
all the dogs in that, man, when Fleelig, the one in the wheelchair, do you think he's dead? I couldn't. I was just
You can't.
a mess.
Yeah, I'll never watch Marley and Me again.
Oh God, no. Mostly because
Fuck
I'm
me
like,
up.
I think animal movies pre like millennium. I'm always like, they horribly abused all these animals.
They did. Yeah,
Like, I
they
can't.
probably did.
I can't.
Yeah.
I know, like Milo and
The
Otis.
standards have gotten better.
Oof,
Yeah.
Nope.
Oof.
No, thank you.
No, thanks.
Sunday night, what do you do?
Okay, I've got Simpsons at 8. I've got I double booked myself. Sorry. I've got Darkwing Duck at 8. And then I'm rocking a full Ferris Bueller's Day Off from beginning to end.
That is a great movie. A weird movie to air like between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah, it's more of a summer flick, isn't it?
Sort of.
Yeah.
But again, I'll watch that anytime, any day. It's probably the funniest of that cycle of John Hughes movies, I think.
Yeah.
Not my favorite one, but the funniest one, like consistently.
What's your
funny.
favorite one?
Well, it depends on how far we go. My favorite one is probably Career Opportunities.
I've never seen that one.
It could have been the greatest indie romance ever, if not for the third act.
Okay.
But it's
okay.
Frank Whaley, Jennifer Connelly, and it's basically about the high school nerd who gets locked overnight in a Target store with the rich girl he had a crush on in high school. And
Wow.
they have these amazing conversations, and it's funny. John Candy's in it.
Yeah.
But
Well, then I'm in. Yeah.
Uncle Buck is great, again, for Candy.
Okay, yeah.
I like She's Having a Baby.
Yeah.
But Breakfast Club's also probably that's the one. I think
Yeah.
that's kind of everything.
I watched Breakfast Club a couple years ago. I definitely like Ferris Bueller's more than Breakfast Club. I need to watch, what did you say, Opportunities?
Career Opportunities, yeah.
Career.
91.
I almost said Creative Opportunity. Career. Okay, cool. Yeah, I will give that
And you'll
one
see
a
what I
watch.
mean with the third act, because it becomes too, you're like, you chickened out, basically.
That sucks.
One of the weirdest things I ever did because of doing the show is had Molly Ringwald on. And we talked about, not on the air, we talked about she had just shown her daughter some of the Hughes movies. And it was the first time she'd watched them in like 30 years. And hearing her like processing of them was unbelievable.
That's so cool. I mean, that's like so amazing that you got to experience that.
I was happened to be lucky to when they were promoting Riverdale.
Yeah.
And it was just fascinating because she's like, Hughes like treated me as this like muse, and he was just like, inspired to make all these movies, and then just one day he never talked to me again, ever, for no reason. Just never.
I mean,
heard from
that
again.
you know what? That does sound like classic. Like the complex you have to be a director also results in like, okay, now you fulfilled your purpose. Goodbye.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he was clearly a nutcase. But
Oh yeah.
it was so weird to be that person, like affected by it, and it wasn't like it was like the horrible surgery.
No.
It was this sort of pure, positive, somewhat disturbing thing. It was just
Like an
very strange.
idolatry that then you just cast away.
Yeah.
Like Jennifer Grey with the public.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, the public's obsession with Jennifer
Yeah,
Grey.
and speaking of
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller and her old nose,
Oh my god.
which
wow.
she was so much better with.
I was thinking about the other, Dirty Dancing. But
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
No, but it's she was just, and still is just like so incredibly dreamy. But then the public was like, "We done with you."
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that happens to women more than anything, where they're just like,
Yeah, it's getting a little better now. Like, look at Nicole Kidman's extended, stardom.
But I think of
it's-
like Julia Roberts, Meg Ryan, like these actresses that you would like, this is the biggest, this is our Audrey Hepburn.
yeah,
And now, like, people younger than us, they never even heard of them.
they have no way. They're like, that's Mae West.
Yeah.
Julia Roberts is Mae West to some Gen
Yeah.
Alpha, and that is
100%. It's so
Yeah.
bizarre. Speaking of Mae West, have you ever seen the movie Sexette?
no.
19.
You are out of control.
Sorry, I know this is a particularly
I love it.
annoying recommendation.
No, it's not. It's not. It's impressive and inspiring. Yeah, your Letterboxd. I'm going to
Oh
subscribe.
yes,
to
I
your
do have a
Letterboxd.
letterbox. 1973. She stars in and writes a movie. She's 86 years old, and she writes it like she's 22. And the male lead is Pierce Brosnan. Is it Pierce Brosnan? Timothy Dalton. It's Timothy Dalton. And it's
I have to
so
watch this.
weird because it's like a joke on purpose, but not for the reasons she thinks it is. And it's bizarre and 70s, and it's this ancient old woman being like super inappropriate. It's one of the
I wrote a
weirdest things.
pilot about gigolos,
Nice.
so this is my wheelhouse.
Yeah. Oh, you will love this.
I must
love
watch
this,
this. Mae West, later in her career, it's called
Sexette.
Sex ed.
That's
good.
Even if you just watch the trailer, you will be in. You're like, who funded this? Like, what?
Probably Mae West.
It's possible.
She probably cashed out and said, I'd like to do one last film.
She is so old in it. Like, it's shocking to see an actor that old in a movie anyway. Like, but also, like, it is weird. And Dalton, it is Dalton. He's like 20. It's bizarre.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. I think there needs to be more movies like that.
Yeah.
Where it's just an older woman absolutely raking in the date.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what was the closest we got? That thing about the old ladies and Tom Brady?
Was that a commercial, though?
No, it was a movie. It was like...
Oh, right. It was like a straight to Netflix movie. Yeah. But he wasn't in it, was he?
He is in it, I think. I'll never know. You know what? I'm never going to know the answer to that.
Hey, he's got to fund his watch collection.
That's true.
There has to be a revenue stream here. He just did an ad for Hertz.
Yeah.
He was in an email for used Hertz cars.
For a man who has no charisma or personality,
oh my God,
he certainly is in a lot of things.
I don't even know what he is bread that's not sesame, pumpernickel, just like white bread.
Bland as bland can be. He's no Brian Bosworth.
Self-rising day of. No, he's not. Yeah. He's truly bland.
Yeah.
And God, he just crushed it. And now putting him next to anything means like that thing will sell more.
He was good at his job.
Yeah. He had the Hitchcock principle.
Exactly.
Oh my God, you must be so fun to improvise with on stage.
I do love doing that. So that's Sunday. Oh, a special thing on this Sunday night is they wrapped up. I don't know if you were an X-Files fan.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Yeah, so my brother and I watched it.
There was sort of a related show called Millennium. That was really good. It was only 2 seasons. It starred Lance Hendrickson. And the premise was this guy was like a serial killer profiler, and he worked for this corporation called the Millennium Group. They were like an extra governmental. They weren't a government agency. And over the course of the show, you found out that they were actually this sort of evil group who was super excited about the millennial apocalypse. And he was working for them, unknowingly.
Sounds almost better than X-Files.
It was in a lot of ways because it was so much more focused.
It's called Millennium?
Millennium, yeah. 2 seasons. And it got canceled before the Millennium, before they could wrap up the storyline, which happens all the time, and we deal with it. But they wrote this episode of X-Files where the main character from Millennium comes back, and they close out the show. They tie up all the story, dangling story trends and all that stuff from this series in this episode of X-Files, which is...
And it's a proper spin-off or no?
It wasn't technically in the X-Files universe, and it was on concurrently with it. Okay. So it's almost like a reverse backdoor pilot where they folded it into the X-Files universe in a way for them to tie up that series that got canceled to give us closure on that storyline.
I dig it.
It's great. And it's very satisfying closure to the plot line. And it's really good episode of X-Files, the Lance Hendrickson starring Millennium episode.
Hell yeah.
Monday, what are you doing?
Okay. Sorry, I thought you were genuinely asking me for a second.
People do that all the time. I've been like, Saturday, what are you up to? And people are like, I think I'm busy. And I'm like, I mean, in the TV guide.
Oh, okay. So for the Monday, I got Antiques Roadshow for the first hour. And I think, I'm in that age of my life where it's like permanent address, a couch you own for 20 years, 10 years. So Antiques Roadshow. Then 9 o'clock, Everybody Loves Raymond. Because who doesn't love a little Everybody Loves Raymond? And then truly cringe at times, but I haven't watched Becker in probably 25 years. And that just feels dumb and fun to me in a way that I couldn't resist.
Antiques Roadshow I watch to this day. I love it. I'm also one of those people who likes to guess how much stuff is, because that's super fun. And also see, it's almost always dumb white people have their dreams crushed after they come in and being like, well, my grandfather told me he received this from George Washington. And they're like, no, this is garbage this is nothing, which is always very fun. 100% on that. Everybody Loves Raymond's a show that I never watched, but when it's on, I don't mind.
Yeah.
But I love Phil Rosenthal.
Oh, yeah, Phil Rosenthal. Why do his dad jokes feel exempt from the cringe of most people's dad
A
jokes?
lot of stuff with him feels exempt because he feels so genuine.
He's so genuine, and he's just adorable.
Yeah.
He's someone you'd want to go on vacation with, and when they say, we're doing something at 7 a.m., you go, sure.
I bet that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's also, again, like the South Park guys, one of those people who has ridiculous fuck you money that he earned, but you would never know it by how they are, and just silently gives so much money to people and charities.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Ridiculous
Yeah.
amount.
Yeah. That would be the best part of being wealthy. The fact that some of these D-bag billionaires don't get to enjoy that joy is so sad.
Well, it's telling. Those people who are like Elon Musk, where you're like, all you want is for people to like you and think you're funny, and it'll never happen because you're not, and you can't buy that.
Yes. Yeah,
And
you
it
cannot.
doesn't matter, and you're gonna
Yeah.
keep trying.
Yeah, even if he cured cancer tomorrow, people would still be like, screw you.
Well, I think about that thing when he was like, if someone can come up with a way to solve world hunger for $20 million or whatever, $20 billion, I'll give them the money. And the World Hunger Association literally wrote up a detailed proposal exactly how to do it. And they're like, here, where's the money? He's like, I'm not doing that.
He sucks.
Yeah, it's like, of course you're not going to do it, you asshole.
Right.
You could.
Yeah.
I do want to mention there's a Party of Five spinoff airing this night that was mid-season replacement. It's always bad when a series premieres like December. Bad sign. This is Jennifer Love Hewitt's spinoff, Time of Your Life,
Okay.
where they have her character move to New York, I believe. And it just didn't. People weren't having it. They were not having it. So she did I Know What You Did Last Summer instead in 99 and and Can't Hardly Wait, which is great. And sort of became a movie
what a
star.
year for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now what does she probably do? She probably has a lake house and just chills
Oh, I'm
out.
sure. Once she stopped dating Jimmy Kennedy, which is what everyone needs to do is in that position.
Is he a shitty person?
he's
Because he was
terrible.
funny back in the day.
Person. Terrible. He's one of those people who, within 2 minutes of meeting them, will go out of their way to tell you that they're red-pilled.
Oh, I didn't know that he had gone all
yeah.
right.
Yep.
That sucks. Wasn't he in Beverly Hills, Chihuahua?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's also in all the direct-to-video Tremors sequels.
Oh, goodness gracious.
But Jennifer Love Hewitt had a show. Was it The Ghost Whisperer? There's one that's Patricia Arquette and one that's Jennifer Love Hewitt, and I confused them. But they were both on for like 12 years.
Wow.
And just like under the radar, like not top 10 show, did really well enough that like never has to work again.
Good for her.
So yeah,
She brought us a lot of joy,
She really did.
JLH. Yeah.
she was on Kids Incorporated.
Yeah.
Do you know
I haven't seen that one.
she released an album when she was 15,
Okay.
and the single off the album was called Let's Go Bang. And she had no idea.
When she was
When
15.
she's 15, and she's like, the producers told me it was a dance called The Bang. And at the time, I thought it was the funniest thing ever. Now, as an adult, I go back and listen to it, and I'm like, this is so terrible to do to somebody.
Oh my God. I've never wanted you to pull up something more. I'm
It's-
like, let's hear
yeah,
it.
You should listen to Let's Go Bang at some point because, yeah.
Wow.
Let's go bang.
People weren't even trying to hide that they were pedos.
No,
back
not at
then.
all. It was like, I don't know, guys. Can you come up with something for this? I don't know. Let's go bang. Yeah, good
Let's
enough.
go bang. Get a 15-year-old in here.
She's
Yeah.
also in, speaking of creepy Jennifer Love Hewitt things, in December, she's in an LA Gear commercial from like 1988. That's one of the creepiest commercials I've ever seen in my life. It's her and her friend, and they're like 14, and they're in their like super LA bedroom, and Jennifer Love Hewitt's going, my guy got me blah, blah, blah for Christmas, and my guy got me these LA Gear things. And she's like, oh, God. And then a horn beeps, and she's like, who's that? And she's like, my guy. And she goes running out, and it's fucking Santa Claus in a like a convertible, and he's all like, "Hoo." It's so weird. I'm like, how did this get greenlit? Yes. Yeah. It's
What?
I'm like, this had to go through so many gates to be made. And they're like, yeah, this will totally get people to buy LA Gator.
Yeah, it's just Don Draper approving it. Yeah. Oh my God.
And it's funnier the second time you see it because you know where it's going, and it's even more, you're like, oh, yep, it's her guy.
Okay, between Let's Go Bang and that, I've got a lot, and all the,
Yeah.
Wow.
She came out very well as a human based just on even those alone.
Yeah.
Poor girl.
Poor thing.
Tuesday, what are you doing?
Okay, I've got Planet Safari from 8 to 9 because I've never seen it and I love nature
So you're a big nature guy.
documentaries.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I've got Dharma and Greg because it's a soft space in my heart. I feel like I'm on the couch in 1999 in watching Dharma and Greg. And then I don't know what Visions of Italy was, but I love Stanley Tucci going through Italy, even though he's kind of whatever. But I thought Visions of Italy Northern Style. I don't know what that is, but I thought I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, it's a PBS documentary. I imagine it's literally just him going around Italy eating. Which is, for the most part, I'll watch almost any show that's that with a person. Like, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just travelogue eating, fine by me. Dharma and Greg, again, is one of those shows that it was no one's favorite show, but no one hated it. And everyone likes Jenna Elfman. And no one... She's so likable. And Karen Hartley Wade as well. And no one can tell you the name of the guy that starred in the show with her.
No, it's not Paul Reiser.
No.
I want it to be Paul Reiser.
We all want it to be Paul Reiser, but it's not the guy from what's the other one with Mullally? Will and Grace.
Oh, yeah.
It was McCormick. Is that McCormick?
Yeah, Eric McCormick.
It's not him, but it's kind of like those people. And like you try to picture him, and it's just like a blank face with hair. Like no one can remember this dude.
I can't even draw up an image. It was all about Jenna Elfman and her bead door for me. And just like, the kind of laugh track show that, when I watch it now, I'd probably would be like, what? But there's something, I think that they tapped into, if you were home alone on a Friday night, it felt like Friends.
Yeah.
It felt like you had friends.
Yeah, and also kind of adult. Like you felt a little bit sophisticated. Like, they're like young people living together,
Yeah.
And we'll mention Spin City's on, which is one of the most underrated sitcoms of the 90s.
Strong agree.
Yeah.
Strong agree.
I think Spin City, speaking of Paul Reiser, Mad About You, and News Radio are the three most underrated 90s sitcoms that hold up very well.
I've heard good things about News Radio.
It's great. It's great. Don't let Andy Dick and Joe Rogan bother you. Two of the worst people in the world. It's so
Andy
good.
Dick. Yeah, I used to like him.
Yeah, I know a lot of people did.
Yeah.
But John Lovitz broke his nose on the set one day.
John Lovitz broke Andy Dick's nose in a fist fight?
So after Phil Hartman died, John Lovitz came in to sort of replace the character. And one of the this is horrible. One of the reasons Phil Hartman died was because Andy Dick got Hartman's wife back on cocaine. So
I have heard
so
this story.
Lovitz came in and was like, "You killed my friend." It was just like boom, boom, boom. No one stopped him. That's always a sign you're a bad person when someone's beating the shit out of you in front of everybody and not a single person
and no one stops
says
you.
anything. They're like, finally.
That would go viral on Facebook Reels.
Oh yeah. That would be million hitter.
My God, that'd be the only reason I'd want to use Sora 2, which I don't want to use, is to say, hey, give me a video of John Lovitz beating up
And
Andy
it would
Dick.
be tagged like Love Hits.
Oh, yeah, Love Hits. Cringe.
Man. Barbara Walters specials on that night as well. What a 1999 lineup of people. I'm going to go in reverse order. Ricky Martin.
Okay.
Susan Lucci.
Oh.
Jesse Ventura. And Monica Lewinsky.
Wait, where are you seeing them?
This is on page 105. So at 10 o'clock, it's after prime time.
So it goes into the detail in it. Oh, okay.
Most fascinating people of 1999 are those four. And then also King Abdullah of Jordan, Jonathan Lee Iverson, I don't know who that is, Sumner Redstone, and Joe Torre. But Monica Lewinsky, Jesse Ventura, Susan Lucci, and Ricky. I feel like Susan Lucci you could put in any era and it would just kind of make sense. But the other three...
That's funny. I feel like she is distinctly 90s, especially that name, that era.
Yeah.
Susan Lucci, Amira Sorvino, like really 90s names.
She never played like a bada bing character, and I feel like she missed her calling to do like a comedy.
Totally. We need a female-driven mobster show.
Yeah.
And Susan Lucci could be in it.
Yeah, my associates won a daytime Emmy.
Yeah.
Wednesday, what are you doing?
Full night of Jerry Maguire.
Oh, I've never seen Jerry Maguire.
Is it on principle?
No.
Is it okay?
I like Cameron Crowe.
Okay.
I don't mind Cuba Gooding Jr. Lipnicki.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise I dislike as a human, but can watch movies
For sure.
with.
Yeah, it's hard to acknowledge that he's just got that star power,
Yeah.
but he is truly horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole Shelley Miscavige of it all. I think that part of Jerry Maguire would be for pure nostalgia. The amount of times I watched him running through the rain while dun 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 plays, and just and the kid saying the head weighs 40 pounds. You remember that clip? Just the pure nostalgia.
And I like
for me.
Zellweger.
Yeah, lots to like with.
She's
Zellweger.
another one of those actresses that was huge. Bridget Jones,
Massive.
No one.
It's still kind of big, no?
I don't think anyone. What's the last thing she did?
I thought she did a Bridget. Was she not in the Bridget Jones?
Did they do a recent one?
I thought they did a recent one.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Last thing I remember.
We're gonna need we have a live fact.
Yeah, we do fact check.
Yeah.
I think the last thing I remember her in was that Western that Jack White was also in.
No idea what you're talking
was
about.
in-
That's crazy.
In
That's
his
funny.
acting debut. That night, I would have to watch this for the train wreck of it all, and this is such a 1999 special. To kick off the Christmas season, 8 p.m., live from New York, Christmas in Rockefeller Center.
Oh, you beat my you have much better taste than me. That is so good.
The performances by NSYNC, Enrique Iglesias, Britney Spears, also performing Scott Hamilton, the cast of Saturday Night Fever, and Rosemary Clooney.
Wow. I love Rosemary Clooney.
Yeah. A friend of mine works at Paramount, and years ago, my wife and I got to go walk around the lot because our friend took us around. And she introduced us to this woman whose entire job at Paramount was to go through all their warehouses and find jewelry. She was a jewelry maker by trade. Do research to figure out what movie it was from, fix it, and then catalog it because they didn't know like what they had. So when we were in there, she was like, "Oh yeah, I just this is Rosemary Clooney's bracelet from White Christmas," and she had the photo and was like, "That it was."
Yeah.
Like here it is. It was so weird.
Wow, and how that stuff wasn't properly organized before? Was everyone just too drunk?
They didn't care about it. Since all these like venture capital and like, money people have bought all these studios, they realize that it's like dollars and assets that they have to, so they need to catalog, because before they would literally rent it out. You could rent costumes from Cleopatra for Halloween. They didn't care.
Wow, that's probably how Kim K rented that Marilyn Monroe dress.
Oh, and this was the coolest thing about Paramount, and this made it the coolest work environment I've ever seen. So because they have all these warehouses of stuff, you can go into them and put sticky notes on what you want in your office. Because they're like, it's fine, you can use it. And they have like craftsmen that'll fix the stuff. So when you walk through, like looking at people's offices, people have like thrones and like, full Egyptian,
cool.
like all these props from movies.
Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah, because otherwise it's just sitting.
Yeah, it's just sitting. Why not? It's no liability. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
We can just
Fix it.
say, "Oh, sorry."
It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I'm like, that is the best.
Oh, you must love the show, The Studio.
I do enjoy that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. So I'm watching that, and Rudolph is on that night, which I will watch normally, but I usually watch it 3 or 4 times in the Christmas season.
Oh, you're getting me all hyped for the
We're
holidays.
getting hyped for Christmas here.
Yeah.
Oh man, on Wednesday, what I'm not watching is Garth Brooks' Magic of Christmas.
Oh,
His
geez,
first
Louise.
and last, which they don't say,
Yeah.
musical holiday event with Trisha Yearwood, Natalie Cole, and Tony Bennett.
Oh, Trisha Yearwood is pretty sweet sometimes.
I'm not a big country guy, but I don't like every time I've seen Garth Brooks interviewed and stuff. He seems all right. Seems like a decent fella.
Yeah, right? Like, I don't know. And, like, I did like that he fought against Spotify. I'm not that into country music at all. But my take is that it's similar to the Duke Ellington quote. It's like any genre, as long as it's good, right? It has to be a good song.
Yeah. And
like there are some bangers in the country canon, but they are so overshadowed by the Blue Jeans cheap beer crowd that it's hard.
Now it's tailgating music for white people. It's pop music for I always joke that modern country is they go, look, we love this pop music these black people are doing. Can we do that with no blackness whatsoever? And they're like, I think I got something for you.
Well, did you see they're doing the traditional country nominations? Yeah. I mean, it's just
only
it's just
to spite
word
Beyonce.
For white.
Yeah,
it's just code word for white.
Yeah. There's a famous story. There's a soul singer named Solomon Burke. Amazing soul singer, one of the best ever. Also fascinating guy. He worked his whole life. He took all his soul money and went to mortician school and owned a series of funeral homes and became very wealthy. But he had a #1 country hit in 1965, and he got booked to play the Grand Ole Opry. And he shows up, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "You're a black guy?" And he's like, "Yeah." And they're like, "You can't play." And he's like, "Well, I'm playing. Like, you're gonna pay me." And they're like, "You can't." And he goes, "All right, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna go out before I go on, and you're gonna say I was in an accident, but I'm still here tonight to perform." They're like, "What?" He's like, "Just do it." And they do it, and he comes out wrapped in bandages like a friggin' mummy, and performs the whole show and gets paid. The guy was a genius.
What's this person's name?
Solomon Burke.
You blow my mind more times in 1 hour.
I love people's stories, man. I collect them.
Then, yeah. Do you have like books? Are you like a writer?
No, I've started and stopped books several times.
Okay, well, I'm going to send you a copy of The War of Art. Okay. And it'll help you. Have you read that one?
No.
Okay. It'll help you. You are very brilliant.
Oh, thank you.
Very brilliant. Yeah. Also, flagging Matt Lauer in here. Yeah.
Yes.
I passed him once. He had his dry cleaning, and I just was like, You fucked up. You fucked up. You had a good thing going.
You got to get a fucking rape button in your office? What are you?
Oh, my God. Yeah. Put that on the Susan Lucci mob show.
Yeah, they go and...
We're going to do something about that Matt Lauer.
So Matt Lauer, Celia is trying to get work again.
Yeah. Well, okay, you pay me $2,000 a month, I can put you back on TV.
Maybe the Today Show becomes the Tomorrow Show. Maybe it's the No Tomorrow Show. You know what I'm saying?
And if you don't do right by me, it'll be the Yesterday Show.
It'll be the Never Again, No More Holiday Show. The Year Without a Santa Claus is on Thursday. One of the worst specials. It's not fun. What are you doing Thursday?
I got Whose Line, Frasier, and then Win Ben Stein's Money.
A good show, and the show that gave us Jimmy Kimmel.
When Ben Stein's Money gave us Jimmy Kimmel? Yes. I thought it was the Man Show.
Pre-Man Show. Kimmel was a morning DJ, I think, on not KCRW, but K-Rock, I think, one of the LA stations. Yeah. And so he got the job as the announcer on Win Ben Stein's Money from that gig. And his like little back and forth with Ben Stein during the show, people really liked, and they gave him the Man Show.
Wow, that's cool. That's cool. He's definitely. I was watching his very viral opening monologue, and he's calm.
Yeah,
I like that he's calm. Not every entertainer needs to be like wowza, right? I like that. That's an old school thing.
He also seems to be able to come across not smug, which is very difficult when you're hosting a late night talk show because it's like inherent in it, and also doing the kind of humor like even like Letterman was so smug all the time, which worked for him as a young man because it was unusual. But then when he got older, it seemed creepy. But Kimmel has a great ability to just never come across as smug somehow.
Yeah, he's the guy you can borrow a lawnmower from.
And he grew up in Las
that-
Vegas. Like, who does that?
I didn't know that. What you just said on Wikipedia all
No.
day? You
should
are
be.
something else.
Yeah, I don't even. Why do I know that much about Jimmy Kimmel? I'm not even a fan.
yeah.
I don't want to know it. I don't.
He's
wanna
pretty
know it.
cool.
Yeah, I don't mind him.
You know,
Santa Claus is Coming to Town is on, which again, not a great.
So good.
Really, you like Santa Claus Coming to
bad.
Town?
Oh no, I was sorry. I was thinking this one on the left here, Year Without Santa Claus. But I don't know. Is Santa Claus I haven't watched a lot of these in a long time. My family watches Elf on repeat for like
fair enough.
the last 15
Fair
years.
enough.
Yeah.
So this one, they're Rankin Bass. They're all trying to recapture the magic of Rudolph, but
Yeah.
they're all feel so like they're missing heart to them. They all you try to use the same formula. Like instead of Real Lives, we got Fred Astaire, we got stop motion, but it just doesn't work. And I don't know. They don't have a Hermie character.
We did watch Santa Claus is Coming to Town a lot. That I was not off base when I said yes to that. If you don't like it, I understand.
You may like it.
but
It's fine. Yeah.
We liked it. I think it's a nostalgia thing. I think it's like just the fact that like there's some claymation on the screen.
Put it on the TV, turn the volume down, put some Rocking Around the Christmas Tree on, perfect. But as a story, I just am like, ugh, come on, man.
Yeah.
Even the sequel to Rudolph Shiny New Year, is not good. Like they managed to get some magic with Rudolph that they never recaptured with Rankin Bass.
There was some magic. The muses aided in the creation of that.
You got the Bumble. It's because they had all these weird characters that were not in anything, like not from any history, like mythology or anything. You get like Yukon Cornelius and Hermie and like just bizarre. Like where did this come from? Nobody knows. They're not in the song. Where are we? Friday night, final night of the week. What are you doing?
Okay, let's see. I think there's a chance that I didn't make it to Friday. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's fine.
Oh, I did it. I did it. Okay. Boy Meets World, Jamie Foxx, Steve Harvey, and ending the night on Behind the Music.
So good. I think people forget how great Behind the Music was.
One of the best shows ever.
Loved it.
Ever.
Do you have a favorite episode?
When the drummer lost his arm.
Oh, Def Leppard
was pretty incredible. Fleetwood Mac.
That was a good one.
Mind blowing. Those are the two that jump out to me immediately. I think Guns N' Roses was a good one, if I remember correctly.
I remember running home. I worked double shifts at this steakhouse on Sundays, and they were premiering back to back the Bangles and the Go-Go's Behind the Musics. And I was like, there was this one table that wouldn't leave. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Get home and watch Behind the Music. And I was,
Yeah.
Those were
Finish your freaking ribeye. I need to watch the Bangles.
This is in a house, man. But a show that was great. They started to get a little formulaic later, but not as bad as True Hollywood Stories, which got really silly. When they ran out of you've run out of all the John Holmes and Black Dahlia stories, and now you're trying to, with the same tone, be like, the cast of Different Strokes had a terrible day. And you're like, it's not the same. It's not the same.
That's funny.
What are you guys doing? Classic, solid lineup there. Boy Meets World was a great show for the first half of the seasons before it became a Friends ripoff. Jamie Foxx, I didn't mind. I love Steve Harvey. I'll watch Steve Harvey in anything.
Funny as hell. I mean, those old stand-up specials, I'll watch old stand-up specials just because I'm like, that's a quick way to time travel.
Oh, yeah.
The references and everything,
The original Kings of Comedy.
Exactly.
I saw that probably 100 times one summer because... Semi-long story, if you'll indulge me a moment.
I'll indulge.
I lived in Somerville, Mass, which is kind of like Boston's Brooklyn. And there was a movie theater across the street. And I went in there one day, and this kid worked there who I didn't know, but he liked my old band. And he goes, meet me around the back. So I'm like, what? And he goes, take this box, get out of here. So I'm like, all right. So I go home and I open this box, and it's thousands of those we're sorry, here's a free movie tickets with no restrictions, go whenever you want. So I was like, oh my god. So that summer I was in the third floor of a triple decker. It was super hot, it was gross, I didn't have air conditioning, so every night I went and slept in the movie theater. And so I'd just go see like whatever the last showing of something was. And for like a month, it was the original Kings of Comedy. And there'd be because they have to show the movie if anyone, even if there's no one there. Like they show.
And then you would just sleep through the night at the theater?
Well, I'd get up at the end, but I'd get like a few hours in the AC. And I'd wake up at like weird times. Like I remember being woken up by yelling quite a lot when Bernie Mac came on. But I saw that like every night. Just like
That's so good.
I was like, oh. And I would always be
Those
the
were
one in
so fun. Cat Williams was in that, right?
Was Cat Williams? It was.
Oh god,
Steve Harvey.
did I just cancel myself?
No, I don't know if Cat Williams was in it.
Okay,
It's
Steve Harvey,
The fat guy,
Bernie Mac,
Cedric the Entertainer.
Cedric. Yeah.
Steve Harvey hosts it. And there's one or two other people I can't remember who else was in it, but because I mean, when you're on a show with Bernie Mac, like you're gonna remember Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna outshine everybody. I don't care how good.
And
you
two of them are dead now,
Yeah.
right? It's just Steve Harvey's alive,
Yeah.
right? Did you see that quote Steve Harvey said in the news? He said, "If I do another comedy special, it will be my last." Because I'm gonna say some shit that's gonna get me
I'm watching.
canceled.
You ever watch his outtakes or like highlight clips from Family Feud?
No. Oh no, wait. That's the one he's on now,
Yeah.
right? Okay, I've heard about this, where he'll lecture the audience about Jesus for over an
but
hour.
he's just so like his reactions to people's dumb answers. Like people have made like super edits on YouTube of just like Steve Harvey judging people for dumb answers, and I've laughed harder at that than so many things.
Oh,
he's just so
that's
good.
So good.
And as someone who
That's
likes
so good.
improv and like appreciates like game show hosts or people that host things that have to like, go with stuff or make something funny that's not, it's just like a master class.
Oh, game show host is one of the best jobs in show business. Half-hour sitcom and game show host.
Yeah, but a difficult, like Monty Hall, that guy, when you watch old Let's Make a Deals, the way that guy's like just changing stuff up in the moment, and like it gives me anxiety and impresses me.
Yeah, I had a friend once tell me the oldest showbiz trick in the book is to overreact to something small. But in that job, you don't even have to. There's so many genuinely large things happening. It's you hit the nail on the head. It's managing them. It's figuring out how to manage them.
And a whole group of people, and it's like being a camp counselor and also in charge and a politician. It's like a very weird thing. But here's an interesting thing on the Family Channel that night that kind of ties together like a bunch of the stuff we've talked about. There's an underrated John Hughes movie.
Okay.
And it's a Thanksgiving John Hughes movie. And it's not Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It's Dutch.
3 Men. Oh, which one?
Dutch starring Ed O'Neill.
Oh, Dutch. Okay.
Which is a great John Hughes movie. Wow. And no one's seen it. And the premise is Ed O'Neill plays an Ed O'Neill character, and his new girlfriend has this shitty, bratty private school kid. And so he normally spends his holiday still at the private school because he hates his mother. And Ed O'Neill's like, I'll go down and pick him up, and we'll drive back up together, and I'll get to meet him. And so it's like the road trip of them, and they hate each other coming home for Christmas, and it's so well done, and it's got all the Hughes stuff you want. It's very similar to Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, but it is on, and
Frick yeah.
Great movie. 1991, same year as Career Opportunities.
Wow, so he was on a creative kick. What do you know what his personal life was like at the time? He had written
a bunch of stuff for John Candy. And one of the things...
So John Candy was his muse.
Yes, John Candy was 100% his muse at that point. And John Candy's one of those guys that I'm glad people, with like the book and the documentary and stuff, people are realizing like how amazing of a guy that dude was. Because in 12 years of doing this show and talking to a lot of showbiz people, there's very few... Nah, that's not fair. There's not a lot of men in Hollywood who I've not only never heard a bad story about, but only ever heard amazing stories about. And John Candy's one of those people. Like tens of just incredible stories that people have had about stuff that him doing like unbelievable things, being a good dude. And so Hughes had written all these sort of movies for Candy and around 1991, had all these plans to do stuff. John Candy was in a great movie called Only the Lonely that Chris Columbus wrote. That's like a very bittersweet romantic comedy with him and Ali Sheedy, which is really good. And then John Candy dies. And John Hughes goes nuts. He literally completely shuts down. He goes on rants about how Hollywood killed John Candy, and he just disappears. Doesn't write anything.
Was it the stress of Hollywood? Because he had a heart attack, right?
He eventually had John Candy, yeah. I mean, he was a big guy and he smoked as well.
Well, that doesn't help, yeah.
But, you know, I don't think Hollywood killed him necessarily, but if you're John Hughes,
didn't help.
That's what he thought. And he instantly was like, fuck you, Hollywood, I'm not. You killed John Candy. And just literally like, no more projects. I'm out of here. You know, I'll take the money from Home Alone 2 and Baby's Day Out, but I'm not doing anything.
Sure.
But he was already kind of reclusive at this point because he figured out that he could write and produce movies and didn't have to direct them. He could get someone else to do it, but it would still be his movie. So he didn't have to be there every day. So he did that with like Pretty in Pink and Some Kind of Wonderful and Home Alone. Like he was like, I don't need to direct these.
Who directed Home
Chris
Alone?
Columbus.
Oh my God. Well, that's a power duo.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hughes Columbus.
Yes.
Yeah.
First script produced, I think, was Used Cars, which is such an underrated comedy. I love that movie. So he just kind of lost it. But I love John Candy. So to finish up here, I want to read you the Cheers and Jeers this week in 1999. See if you disagree or agree. So TV Guide is not just informative. It has opinions. And it cheers and jeers. And this is always my favorite part of the TV Guide because it's unsigned. So it gets super bitchy and weird.
Yeah.
And so I always like to see what they do. This is a split week. We got 2 cheers, 2 jeers. We start with a cheers. Cheers to Macy's Parade. Actor William H. Macy, recent guest appearances on ABC's Sports Night, brought a welcome dash of salt to a show that can sometimes be too sweetly earnest. As a ratings consultant recruited to boost viewership for the fictional show within a show, a Macy's Sam Donovan character doesn't much care whether the lovable gang of sports buddies likes him or not. I come in, I do my job, I do it better than anybody else, and I get out, Donovan said during the October 26th episode. Clearly, the Sports Night writers had the real Macy in mind when they penned that speech. That's a PR, like Macy's PR person send that in?
Yeah, I mean, I also feel like it is a little bit like, salty on a sweet thing. Like, I get it that that's positive, but it's also like, would I want that said about me?
Yeah,
like,
why,
I don't know.
You're praising. They always do this too. You're like, that's a cheer. Like they'll just be like, this shitty show had someone we liked.
Yes. Yeah.
It's very weird. Then we have a jeers. Jeers to unmannerly mornings. We enjoy a good feud as much as anyone, but can it wait until after our first cup of coffee? We had all but forgotten Bryant Gumbel's grumpy comments after his former Today co-host Katie Couric. Now along comes Howard Stern, whose dislike for Kathy Lee Gifford has fueled more than a few of his morning radio rants. We have guessed that Gifford would send Stern a note, hand-delivered by Regis Philbin no less, of condolence on the recent breakup of his marriage. Stern, as anyone might have guessed, responded by reading and critiquing the note on air, petulantly whining that Gifford should, quote, act like a human being for once. Sounds to us like she was being a human being, and a considerate one at that.
I'm speechless.
So their complaint is Howard Stern is rude.
Yeah. Yeah. Just calling a spade a spade.
Also, why were they listening to Howard Stern?
Right. Well, and this was back in his shock jock days where he was intentionally rude.
Of course.
Now he's like probably the most thoughtful interviewer alive.
They had to go out of their way to be offended by this.
Yes, for sure. It sounds like it was written like by the ethicist or something.
Yeah, or Kathy Lee Gifford.
Or Kathy. Yeah.
Cheers.
It's all PR.
Cheers to carrying on without Annette. Sure, it was just a rating stunt, but the live episode of ABC's The Drew Carey Show on November 12th was a lot more fun than seeing yet another supermodel drop by a series to boost viewership. Ellen McPherson as a friend's roomie is the New York or some other universe. Again, putting into a cheer a dig at another show. Carrie, who also hosts the improvisational comedy Whose Line Is It Anyway, might not have the Quicksilver comic chops of Robin Williams or Billy Crystal, and frankly, we're still not convinced that improv is all that much more entertaining than mime, but we have to admit that his obvious enjoyment was contagious. So many layers of bitchiness in that.
Oh my God.
That's a cheer.
That's a cheer?
That's a cheer. Cheers to Drew Carey. Also, improv sucks, and we don't like Friends.
That's the most passive aggressive shit I've ever heard in my
That's why
life.
Cheers and Cheers is great. it's
Mime? Why are you comparing mime to improv?
I've seen bad improv, and I don't think I'd ever say that it was as entertaining as mime. Jeers finally to double standards. The successes of ABC's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire made Fox's upcoming Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire all but inevitable. The title of the Fox show may change before its planned February debut, but the premise is set. 50 women will compete for the hand and presumably the wallet of a wealthy bachelor in a contest based on the prospective groom's bridal requirements. Putting aside the dubious tastes of the program, let's put it the way aside, we can't help wondering why the producers assume that gold digging is an exclusively female art or that the multimillionaire must be male. Is the notion of a man marrying for money too unsavory, even for a game show? What a weird thing to have a problem with on that entire show. Of all the things to have a problem with on Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire. Couldn't the millionaire be a woman?
So sexist. And also then flip it to being like, what about, but why can't it be homosexual?
This horrible show, exploitative premise that makes a mockery of marriage. Couldn't a woman star in it?
Yep.
And that was, I always, I won't go all the way into it now because I don't want to keep you all night, but that Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire was ground zero for the horrible 2000s of reality TV that we got.
Oh, yeah. Survivor, Bachelor.
Rick Rockwell was the guy's name. He was a cruise ship comedian, and it turned out he wasn't even a millionaire. And the woman who married him was named Darva Conger.
Oh my God.
And she,
Mark and Darva Conger.
and she was famous for about 10 minutes after that. Oh, it was awful.
Wow.
Too bad. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I've had a great time, and you know, I will have to follow up and see if you've liked any of the things that you've checked out, if any.
I can't wait. I think I'm starting with Dutch.
Dutch is great. I think you'll like Dutch.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially for a Hughes fan. And Ed O'Neill.
Hell yeah.
Underrated.
Ed O'Neill, totally.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I had a pleasure on the podcast. Take care.
That's Douglas. Go to douglaswidick.com. You can find all of his social media stuff there, shows he's doing, about his studio, all the things that he does. It's a very nice website. But I'll also put it in the show description here, and there is a show description here. Again, final episode of the year is next week, so shoot me an email. Let me know how you're doing. If you have questions, tvguidancecounselor@gmail.com, ken@icanread.com. If you are a patron, send me a message there. If you're not a patron and you have $5 or more a month and you want to become one, you would get a PDF of this episode's TV guide with Rosie, a wintry, Christmassy Rosie O'Donnell on the cover for you to look through and follow along. If not, that's fine too. So I'll see you again next week for our final episode of 2025, the solo flying year in review of TV Guidance Counselor.
Do you enjoy doing this to people?